All right, I have a couple things I need to show you guys. And last day of kind of wrapping up, going over some things. And so today's Friday. First of all, I better start the recording. So
Recording in progress.
welcome everyone to my AI Live. Today is Friday, February 7th. We are already into February. It's pretty incredible. And this last week, we've been talking about how to keep track of the people that we're talking about on social media, right? And so this is really an important thing because we can do a ton of work on social media, but if we don't remember who to go back to even do the invite with, it's like, okay, well, we just did all this work and nothing happened, right? And then nothing grew. And so today, what we want to do is kind of wrap up what we've talked about for the entire week and help you guys be able to really keep track of people, because there's lots of ways we're talking to people, right? Whether you're using Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube, there's just people everywhere, right? 8 billion apparently all over the world. And a lot of us have companies that are international companies, like they span globally. And if you're in a global company, that's a pretty amazing thing, right? Because you have all these different people to talk to in all these different places. So how do you keep track of all of them? So one of the things that I want to make sure that everybody is doing is that you have a list that you are working with. Now, we've talked a little bit about making our lists on Facebook and making a list in NowSite. The first thing I always tell people to do is to start with paper and start writing down everybody that you know, that's standard, right? Everybody's heard that from Eric Worre and every other person, like write down some people that you know, right? But from that, you get what I like to call your top 100 list. And those are the people that you really want to talk to about the product or business first. You know, that you really think these are the people. This is my warm list, hot list, whatever you want to call it. The people that you really, really think that would be the best to have those conversations with. And we're always adding people to that, right? So as you start this out on your piece of paper, you're going to transfer that over into your lists. Now, there's a couple different places where you can keep your list. And so first thing I'm going to do is come over here and I'm going to show you where we're going to find our replay. Right here on the official corporate NowSite group is where you're going to find your replay for today's event. So always come over here. You can find whatever you need and it'll tell you about meetings that are coming up, other things like that. And if you're one of the two people over here, I see you. Come on over here. It's much more fun. So just go to nowsite.online and you can come over to the live Zoom. All right. If you want to know more about me, first I'd have to find me. So apparently I'm right here. My name is Elizabeth Larson, and I am a personal business transformation coach, teacher, trainer, author, speaker, and professional network marketer. I've been doing this for a very, very long time. And yesterday I showed some pictures of me that were quite shocking from 9 years ago, being on stage talking and didn't even recognize myself. And it's a journey. Like this entire thing is a journey. And if we allow the journey and allow the growth, we can not only grow a tremendous business, but really create an amazing life too. All right, let's come over here to the NowSite program. So there's a couple of different places that you can keep your list, right? So with the regular My AI, you will have this contact area right here where you can keep your contacts, right? And so you can make a list of people here, maybe your top 100, maybe, a company one, whatever that is, right? Whatever. And I did a whole bunch of different examples here. Top 100 is the one that these are the people that you're really working with, the people that you think really could benefit from your product or business, the people that you want to talk to first. Maybe you're having great conversations with these people and you truly believe it can go over to the conversation about your product or business. That's these people right here. Now, in my demo account here, I'm going to show you how to add somebody in. So we're going to open this up and we have one person in here, right? We have Tom in here. So how do I add more people? Well, you can add a contact manually like this and put a person's first name and information and stuff like that in there, okay? So that comes with the My AI. Now there is an add-on feature that you can do also if you choose to. And that one is the social delete part of it. And so if you do social delete, you're going to actually put in the information by going to somebody's, let's see, Mike, are you okay if I play with you today? You okay if I use your information? Find out who you are?
Yes.
Okay.
Fine.
All right. So let's go over to Michael. I think you have it under Michael, right? There you are. No.
Under Mike.
Oh, it is under Mike. Why does your phone come up Michael under my phone and Mike on your thing?
I have no idea.
That's just bizarre. All right. All right. So here's Super Coach Mike. And what we're going to do is we are going to take a screenshot of his thing. And I normally just take a screenshot like this. Okay. So screenshot. And then you're going to upload it. Now, this is the other way to add the contact in. However, when you have social delete, there's one other thing that ends up happening. You can tag the person to the business profile that you want. I did one for our LifeVantage friends the other day. This one's my coaching one. So I'm going to add contact here. Now, when I add this, it's going to go and search for all the information. Now, what's the difference between the regular My AI and this one right here? The difference between this is on the regular My AI, yes, you can add your contact in there. You can keep track of your contact. You can absolutely do the rotation of remember. You can do the follow-up. You can have all of that, right? So I want to make sure that you guys know that you absolutely have all of that with your My AI. However, the questions that have been sent to me from yesterday are, well, why have the social to lead? That's been the biggest question. I've had 3 people reach out like, why do I do this? Okay. So what the social to lead will do is that when you are working on social media, instead of trying to go, and what we found in contact mapping, the hardest thing was adding somebody to your list. Whatever type of app you use, whether you were using contact mapping or any of the other, CRM things out there. The biggest pain point of trying to get somebody in was putting in all the information, right? Their name, their phone number, their email, trying to track that down, getting over to LinkedIn to try to get all that information. That was the biggest boundary that we always had. And that was the muscle that we were always trying to teach people too. And for some people, it was just rough. It was. For others, it was like, okay, this is just what I do. But for some people, it was rough. So what they decided to do with social to lead is the ability to be able to take the picture of the person's profile and then go and find information about them and then actually put them in here. Okay. So when I go over here, I can have a history of everything I've done. I have the info. I didn't have to type in any of his information. Now, there is one thing manually that I would do no matter what app you use. Okay. No matter what app you use, if you can't do this, things will be tough, because one of my favorite things that we used to do in NowSite was we would save an image and then we would put it in to the person's profile. Because when you get to be like Tom, and Tom has like, I don't know, if at last count that I remember when we were actually watching his contacts, he had like 14,000 contacts in his phone. And some of them are duplicate names, because guess what? Not everybody has a very unique name. Like Eldon has a pretty unique name, right? My name's not that unique. You go look up Elizabeth Larson, there's like 2 million of them. So how do you define them and keep them different? And make it easy? Always put a photograph there. Always put a photograph with your name. Now, you should be doing this on your phone also. When I meet somebody in person, I ask to take an USSI with them. I know you guys call it selfies, but it's not just me. It's also the other person. So it's an USSI. Okay, so I ask if we can take an USSI. And of course, then I use that as my photo. And then if I meet somebody on Zoom like this, I will either grab their Facebook picture or I'll take a picture of the person, right? And the reason I do that is you are going to have a much easier time being able to define different people from each other if you do that. So let me see, edit, contact photo and poster. No, I don't want to change it because I've got my own. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to try to give it a shot. Does everybody see the picture of Adrian and I?
Yeah.
This is an ussie. Now I know you guys call it selfie. I call it ussie. Okay, this is an ussie of us together. This was our Christmas party, and he gave me floor seats to the Phoenix Suns game against the Denver Nuggets, sitting right behind the team. Like, if there's any basketball fans here, you know what those tickets are. Like, it was the best tickets ever. Best basketball game. It's fantastic. So this is what I do, and I learned this from Adrian. Okay, so when you keep a picture in there, it humanizes this person more. You feel more connected when you're about ready to reach out to them. It just does wonders for me, right? So here's the advantage of having this program. If you're not using any CRM to keep track of your people, you very much want to have something. And this is going to be a great program for you to use. Now, so let me show you how this works. The social delete will put the person in here. You have this. Now, because I said a certain profile, it's going to say what I'm going to do with this person. So it knows to introduce myself in the Philosophy Extraordinary You Mastery program, which is my program, right? It knows this program. So it's going to put up the steps for that. Now, each time I update what I have done with Mike, it's going to change these things. This is the nav part of it, right? The navigation. It's helping with the step-by-step of what you do with the next person. So I can set up a rotation. I can set up a follow-up. Rotations I usually use for like birthdays, or, you know, if I really didn't end up engaging with them as much and I still want to remember them, I'll do that. The neat thing about this is that when you have your lists right here also, I can add him to any of these lists. So now that I have him here, I can click on list and I can say he's part of my top 100. He's part of the top 100 people that I am talking to that I want to talk to about my product or business. Now, maybe I want to add him to 2 lists. Maybe I add him to this one right here, transformation coaching too. So he's part of my coaching program, and he's my top 100. So I can put him to as many lists. Now, here's the neat thing. If you have NowSite marketing, also, I don't teach marketing on this side. That's Cheryl or Victor, Vitel, Virgil. Virgil's now doing it on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. If you are using the marketing part of it, though, you can, and you do an email drip list or anything like that, you can now put them on the list for that campaign, right? So it's just a really easy way of getting them in. Now, it shows my list that he's on right here. I can make a note of why I put him on here. Mike is an amazing coach and one of the best human beings I know, period. Love him dearly, period. Excited on the new projects we're going to work on together, period. Want to make sure to follow up with him about his business and how I can assist him. Okay, so I have this note, and then I just add the note, and each time I add a note, I'm going to have things on here. Now, how does this work then with social media? Let me show you one more thing of how this is going to work. Okay, well, first I'm going to come over here to home, and now it says I have a new contact here, and it's letting me know my first step is to write a message and to reach out to him. If I'm going to do that, I can comment on a social post of his. I can start a conversation. I could also do a cold reach out. Now, I'm not much for cold reach outs, honestly. There are people who do have great success with them. It's just not my thing. But I could start a conversation with him. And maybe I have, you know, a reason for that. I don't, and I could just write him a message and then send him a message. I could say, write a message to Mike, period. Let him know I was just thinking about him and I was wondering how things were going for him. Okay, generate. Now, this is kind of a take on what we have done for years, Ginny and Adrian and Coach Paul and all of us for like years and years and years. That's changed our life and business, right? Hey, Mike, just wanted to reach out because you've been on my mind. Hope everything's going great with you. Let me know how life's been treating you lately. Okay, very easy opening conversation. Now, notice what this is. It's an easy opening conversation, right? Notice what it's not. Hey, Mike, you ready to buy my product? You know you need it. You know you want my product. No, right? We don't do that, right? Okay, so I have this, and then one more step. Look at this. I can open up Messenger and then send. I'm not going to because there's a lot of private messages in there that shouldn't be seen online with people asking questions, and I want to honor that. So that's what you do, right? So let's look at how this works on social media. So we're talking to somebody on chat. We go over to their profile. When we go to their profile, we hit message if we want to send them a message. But before we send them the message, we go and take a screenshot of the person because we are going to actually have interaction with them and we want to have that interaction. We come over here to nav. We select the thing. Now, I have how many LifeVantage people here? Few. NowSite. I'm going to do NowSite right now. I need to come up with another company too. I'm going to come up with like 4 or 5 company things to do in this demo account. Okay, so I'm going to activate nav for NowSite. Okay, so I want to share NowSite with somebody, right? And so now I'm going to add a new lead and I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to put my screenshot in of my profile, the person that I'm going to share NowSite with. Now, here's the thing that I want you to think about. You can very easily talk to people and get those 3 and free, right? If you get 3 people, your NowSite's free. Simply by, oh, well, they already have a company. They already, have a product thing that they're doing. I wonder what they're doing for their social media help. I wonder what they're doing for this. So you still have something to offer because remember, you get your 3 and free, you get yours for free. So I opened up the nav. I now have it going in there and it's going to go look for Tom. And it's going to put Tom and give me a step-by-step plan of how to talk to Tom about NowSite. So, and then it's going to tell me the steps. Now, as I said before, the really cool thing about this is as I update it with what I have done and I chat with it, it will actually change things for me. It will change the navigation for me of that. So if you're a person who gets really stuck in, I don't know what the next step is, that's what nav is for, is to help you with the next steps. So you know which step you're on and which step you need to go to. Now, the other cool thing about this is, remember, on your daily checklist, all of these are going to show up over on this side, right? So I have Tabitha here from yesterday that I need to reach out to. It's time to follow up with Natalie. So I'm not forgetting that, right? It's my follow-up is set and it's time to follow up with, now it's also time to follow up with Thomas. He's already in here. I'm doing another one of his to show you how that works. I have Steve. It's time to follow up with Glenn. Remember at the beginning of the week, I was talking to Glenn. It's time to follow up with him as well. And here's the thing about this list over on the side. If you see your follow-ups, you're not going to forget to follow up with people, right? Remember the story of the woman that never called me? It's been like 8 years, I think, 8, 9. It's got, well, no, it has to be. Yeah, it has to be 8. It has to be 8 years now. Deborah, do you think she'll call? No. Oh, well, good thing I got something else to do now, right? So, and so many times we lose follow-ups because of this. So your daily checklist here is going to give you your steps for the day. So if you've ever been confused about your steps for the day, the side thing right here will help you with that. Now, when we come over here, I have Tom. Let me come over here. So I have a business profile, initial contact, follow-up, and email. Now, let's play with one of the network marketing company ones. Let's play with this one instead. If I change that profile to the network marketing one, this plan is going to change ever so slightly. It's going to be a little bit faster paced than it is with coaching usually. So it will change just ever so slightly. Now, as we're waiting for it to make the plan, let's look at the highlights. Tom is a 73-year-old public figure, married and has been sober for 35 years. He works as a relationship development expert at NowSite and has a 5-star rating at Longevity International. He's actually a 5-star. He's actually, Tom, I think you're Black Diamond, aren't you? He's 5-star, they added ranks. He's at the top. Anyways. So current company, contact added. This is the day I added him. And now we've got this right over here. Now I can write a note of why I put him in there. And here's the other thing. If you've ever been like, how am I going to talk to this person? I don't know what they like. I don't know what's important to them. And you go over to their Facebook and you're like, well, I'm kind of looking at his stuff and it looks like, kind of looks like a normal guy. And, well, except for that photo, I should never say normal Tom. Fine. All right. So anyways, all these different things, right? So I can look through all of this and learn about him. But here's the other thing that I can do to learn about him also. I can do the contact enhancement, right? And when I do that, I click step 1 and it's going to go and look at it's budding up because I have 2 of him in here. You can't have 2 of the same people and do 2 of the same people. Let me go over to the other one. Here it is. Okay. So when I did the contact enhancement, this is what I got, was all of his information. It doesn't let you do 2 people of the same person though, because it's like going, wait a minute, this person's already in there. Okay, so it has Tom, his birthday, all of his emails, and look at all these interests. Aroma share, good herbs, all of these different things that he cares about that are important to him. So I have a list of things now that I can talk to him about, knowing that he's interested in, right? So I can speak to him about the things that are most important to him instead of trying to fish around, which speeds up the process of building a relationship. And then I've also got all these skills that he's really great at too. So I can appeal to his skills when talking to him about the business opportunity if I want. So if you've ever been really stuck of, oh my gosh, I just don't even know what to say to people. When you do this contact enhancement, at least it gives you more stuff to actually talk about, right? Now, we're not using this in manipulation or anything like this. It's just the keys to help us have a better conversation so we can serve our clients, our prospects, our friends, so we can serve people better, okay? So more info. There's some, and his personality. Now, when you come over here to personality, you're going to see some things on here that is going to help you be able to figure out more of how you talk to him. So his personality, warm, hospitable, and intuitive. Okay. He tends to care a lot about others' experience with a product or service to help build their confidence in your pitch. Share about a few positive impacts that it has on other people's lives. Okay, that's pretty true about Tom. He is very passionate about people. He's been sober for, I thought it was 36 years. Maybe he hasn't changed it, but I think it's 36 years. How to email him, how to have a meeting with him, and all of these things. So if you want to book a meeting, it's going to say the best way to do that with his personality based on the information that the program has found. How you give the pitch, what's the best way to present to him? Go in with bright, colorful graphics to engage his creative side. relate to specific pain points, and use funny clips to poke at his humor. It's pretty right on. If you know Tom, he's a very funny guy, and he likes stuff that's funny and light. Gets too heavy, that's not him, right? And so all of these things are keys to help you. Now, that doesn't mean that we're not building relationship. We are absolutely building relationship, but we want to make sure that when we're building, we're talking about what's most important to them. Because here's the thing. If I know what's important to Mike, I can talk to Mike and have a better conversation with him, right? But if I don't know that, then I'm just trying to talk about what I want to talk about because it's easy for me to talk about this one thing. I'm not doing any good for him, right? That's a disservice for him. So, social to lead, if it is an add-on, it is $20 a month, and what it will do is help you easily put people in, tell you what to do with them next, and help you lay out that roadmap. So I hope that's more clear now for everybody what social to lead does. And we've been getting a lot of questions like, I don't understand how to use my navigation. I don't know how to use this program. And so Adrian wanted us to do a little bit of training for you guys on here so we could show you exactly what it is, how it works, and how it will help you. Okay, so now that we've got that done, what's a simple way to do a profile screenshot on an Android desktop computer? Oh, goodness. Android desktop and computer. Is it a Chromebook, Bruce? Is it like Chrome? Where's Bruce? I don't even see Bruce. Where are you, Bruce?
I'm here.
There you are. So is it a Chromebook?
No, this is my iPhone.
What do I have? I'm on a Lenovo.
Oh, sorry.
So what kind of Android desktop computer is it?
Lenovo.
The Novo. Okay. Where Dr. Lisa I think it's the same as Windows. How do you do it on Windows? I have a Mac. Sorry, guys. Mine's Control-Shift-4. Does anybody have Windows here that does screenshots? It's Snippy Tool on Windows, but there's a pattern.
It's Shift Win, the Windows key, and S. Shift
Okay.
Windows S.
So that's not gonna but there's no Windows on a Chrome. Chrome book. How to do screenshot. All right.
I'm a change person. I have
Control and switch.
control switch.
Control and switch is what it says on here. It just takes a few presses on your Chromebook to take a screenshot. Simply press Control key and switch together to capture the entire screen. Give it a shot and see if it works. Eldon, reach out to support at now.site and you should be able to get that. Pamela put a link in the chat of where you can actually sign up for the additional nav. Okay. All right. Okay, I think I've got everybody. Now, let's go back to our regularly scheduled program. So when we come over here, and Mike's going to say in a minute, hello, you're not sharing. So give me just a second. All right. So when we come over here, there's two things you want to do every single day. And I want to just cover those again, because I want you to play with this over the weekend. Okay. Now, first of all, many of your news feeds have gone crazy. Has anybody's news feed gone crazy with stuff that you're just like, holy goodness of mercy, what just happened in the world? Okay. If you do not want all of that and it's not helpful for you. So here's something one of our beautiful people said, oh my gosh, this is what happened. And I was trying to make comments on people's posts. I was going through the news feed and I didn't see any of my friends. All I saw was either the political things or ads. Like that's all I saw. I had nothing to comment on. Okay. So if that's the case, remember over here, one of the things that you can do to correct your algorithm and to get the people that you want is to come over here to your friends button and then come to your custom lists and start making your custom lists of people who have made comments on your lists or comments on your posts, your top 100 people that you're working with, and you could have a list of friends, you can have a list of acquaintances, you can have a list of people that I just want to touch base with, whatever it is. Now, each day when you come over to friends over here, you're going to see an entire list of friends on the left-hand side, right? The ones at the top are the ones that you are interacting with most, or that are interacting with your profile most. So see this right here, Jeffrey? I haven't spoken to him in a long time. So if he's up here, that means he's been stalking my profile, which is fine. People do that all the time, right? So, you know, because I am a leader. So that makes perfect sense. But if I come down here, so that means that guy's probably seen, he's probably seen my stuff when I post, okay? But the further I go down, the less likely that they're seeing my stuff, right? Unless I am posting on their thing, and if I'm interacting with them, that's going to come up. So the further I go down, the less interaction. Now, one thing I could do is I can go and find people that I want to actually see more of their posts, and I want to post on theirs. So let me find my friend Heather. Okay, this is my friend Heather. And I am going to, so what am I going to do with Heather? I'm going to put Heather on my list. So I'm going to come back over and I'll usually have two tabs open when I'm going to do something like this. Not that tab. This tab. Okay. I'll come over here to friends again. I'll come over to custom lists. And then I'll go and maybe I make a new list or something like that. I'll just put it in a new list here so you guys see what it is. And then I can go and edit and add, remove people. Now I'm going to go look for Heather. There she is. Now I have her on the list. And if I continuously put people over on this list that I actually want to see their posts, I want to interact with them. I want to make sure I'm contacting them. I want to make sure that I'm commenting on their posts so I can keep those conversations going. The truth is, as much as Facebook doesn't like it, I can actually just not even deal with the newsfeed anymore. Now, will I stop using the newsfeed altogether? No, of course not. It's going to change the algorithm of the newsfeed and I'll start seeing other things. But when your newsfeed goes crazy, when it's not happening, oh, I gotta reach out to her. That's my good friend. When your newsfeed goes crazy, or you're seeing tons of ads and tons of people that you don't follow, that you don't like their page, you don't know why it's showing up on your thing, one of the best things you can do is come over here and start doing that with your friends list and start pulling those people back into your algorithm so you have people to help. Okay, does that make sense? Everybody good? I don't believe you,
I have
Deborah.
a question.
Okay,
Can
Pamela.
I ask?
Oh, absolutely.
So, so when you put the people on the custom list, that automatically brings them to your feed, or is that just a place where you can go and interact with them easily?
It's the latter place where you can go interact with them easily. The way you get them back on your news feed is to go over and start commenting on their posts. If you comment on their posts, Facebook will say, oh, she wants to see this. And then we'll start putting that in there. Because remember, all of the social medias, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, any of them, they all want one thing: to keep you on that platform for as long as possible. So they're going to give you anything and everything for that, right? So you want to make sure that you are interacting and clicking on things you want. And one thing you don't want to do, don't click on your team members. Don't comment on all their posts, because then you'll start pulling them and all you'll see is theirs and you can't sell to them again. So have interactions with your team. Telegram, WhatsApp, a Facebook Messenger group, a Facebook group itself. That's a great place to have that, but not interaction one-on-one on your Facebook, because that will change your algorithm as well. Is that helpful?
Yes. So with a messenger, is it the same? If I'm talking with somebody, a team member one-on-one, that's also going to affect my algorithm?
The messenger could to some degree, but not to the same effect as you're commenting on all their posts. Because that one's telling Facebook or Instagram, whatever it is, you want to see more of these posts.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Thank you. Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Perfect. Okay. Mike's going to tell me it's time soon. So we've got to hurry
Time
up.
soon.
Time soon. So let's get a post done real quick. All right. And again, thank you for this week of being able to kind of show you all of this so we could help all the people that were, reaching out to us going, I don't know what I'm doing. I need help. So I hope this was helpful for you. You should have it automatically in there sharing. The profile should be in there for NowSite. If it's not, you come over here. So if you want to share NowSite, you can come over here and go to where are you? There you are. Under My AI Manager Business or Product Profiles. And you should have one for your company. You should have one for like anything else you do. You should have different ones for the things that you do. There should be one automatically already in here for NowSite. If there is not in yours, you can come over here to add new and then do NowSite, and it will help you and it will create that profile for you. So Deborah up here is a coach, and she also does network marketing. So she would have one for her coaching and teaching business. She would have one for network marketing also. Same with Jenny. She'd have one for her regular coaching business. And then she'd have one for her company business, her network marketing business as well. And the reason you separate them is because when you make a post and use the profile, or you're putting somebody in with the profile and you're actually using NowSite Nav, the steps are going to be different. And so if you define those things, now one other thing that you can make a profile about is your favorite product. If you have a hero product that you love, you can also make a profile with just that product. So when you're talking to somebody, and I'll show you that real quick as we make our post. So I'm going to come over here. We're going to come over to social media posts. Today's Friday. Friday, I don't get a ton of traction on social media. It tends to be a slower day. So I usually like to make a fun post or surprise me or something different like that. But let's do a caption and suggested image. And if I want to today to talk about my product, if I have made a profile for my product, I can put it right here and actually have it steer more to talking about in that direction relating to my product or to my business. Most of the time I leave these blank because I'm just doing general inspirational things. However, you can do that as well. You can steer it to one of your businesses, to NowSite, to a product, and you can have as many of these product profiles as you want. So right now I'm just going to do a surprise me post, and we're going to take 5 minutes to go do our post real quick because Mike is going to tell me I'm going to turn into a pumpkin soon. However, very soon. However, was this helpful for anybody? Was this helpful? Adrian asked me to do this for you guys to make sure you guys knew this. Was that helpful? Okay, next week we're going to talk about some video again. We're going to get you activated more in working on social media. We're going to be talking about some Instagram. We're going to be talking about some different things that you can be doing, okay? Because really, when we get out there and share our message, we will find our tribe, right? Do you know the number one deadliest thing to your business is? Anybody guess? In the chat, anybody guess? Number one deadly thing, as I put up the
Negativity.
that could be. There's actually one that's even worse. That is really a good one, though. Let's see what it is. What we got?
Ghosting.
Political
Close.
inconsistency.
Okay, you ready for the answer?
Politics.
That's a bad one too, Ariel. It's not the top. Silence.
Inconsistency.
Inconsistency is really up there. It's actually silence.
Ew.
Silence is the death to your business. Because if nobody knows about it, it will never happen. Nothing will ever happen. Even if you're negative, you may attract other negative people. You know?
So we can't be silent agents.
Yes. Secret agent network marketer does not work.
Gotcha.
All right, we got 4 minutes left. Let's make a couple of posts. And thank you, Sharon. I appreciate you so much. Oh my gosh. I have so much fun with you guys. It is such a blessing to get to do this with you every day. And just bring your questions and have fun. And really, we want to build a beautiful business. But if you have questions, we'll do questions at the same time. If nobody has questions, let's make our posts and then let's go have a really great weekend. And remember, one of the rules is for the weekend, when you're part of this community, do something nice for yourself. Decompress, rest. And then we hit it hard on Monday too. I appreciate you too. Thank you. And you're right. Energy attracts energy. Birds of a feather flock together. Another way to put it. All right. Let's see. Few more minutes left. Get our post done. Now remember to use the surprise me over the weekend if you need an idea for a post and you don't know one. Just hit that surprise me button over and over and over again until you get something you like. So every entrepreneur's journey is lit with innovations and learning from failure. Oh boy, is it. Embrace your setbacks as stepping stones to greatness. Let's spark a conversation. How has failure fueled your success? That's okay. If you like it, you can modify it. If not, just hit surprise me again. Just keep hitting surprise me until you find something that you like. The AI gives you something great. It's going to rain today. Interesting.
Snow today.
Oh, you got snow?
We're gonna get snow.
Mike, you should live here.
We should. I'd love it there.
You would. It's really nice. The weather is generally really nice. Everybody's nice. People are nice. It's nice.
What would he do with all his winter clothes?
That was one of the things I had to do. And you know what's funny? I brought my snow boots here and then they sit in my closet. I'm like, I don't need these things. It's so funny. Like I had to get rid of so many winter clothes when I came out here.
Where are you?
I'm in La Jolla, California. So I live about, I don't know, maybe it's a 3-minute walk to the beach right here. It's really nice. I like it. This has been a dream of mine for a very long time. I know what Mike could do with them, Jenny. He could put them in a suitcase and have them ready for any time we go visit you.
There you go. Good idea.
That works perfect.
Except my winters don't come close to Chicago.
That's true.
It's going to be 65 today. Yesterday it got up to 78 where we were.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes.
All right. Set the timer yet, Mike?
Yeah. 10
That's
minutes.
it. All right. All right. So we got our post done. Eldon, reach out to support at now.site. Just reach out to them and they'll reset your thing for you. All right. Monday. You guys want to talk about video again? You want to do some video stuff again? Cheryl's like, okay, we'll do some simple stuff. We'll do some non-video and video together. in some new fun ways and to help get you out on social media some more. So
Elizabeth, can you do nav again?
can I do some more nav?
Yes, please.
Yes, yes, I
Okay.
can do some more nav too.
Okay.
Absolutely. 100%. 100%. And anytime you guys have questions, please bring them here. The only questions I don't answer here are email campaigns and stuff because that's Cheryl's on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, not Cheryl, Virgil. Virgil does it now, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So if you want to know the email campaigns, the prospects, the websites, the funnels, all that, that's Tuesday, Wednesday. But anything with social media, nav, or social to lead, or any video stuff or any of that, bring it here and then I'll help you with that. So we'll wrap up. Have a wonderful weekend. Do something really, really nice for yourself. And thank you again for being a part of this community. It's an honor to get to work with you guys every day. And we're doing it together, right? We're a community
Right.
building our dreams together. We're going to support one another and help one another. So, and thank you, Mike, for all of your service and keeping us on track. I appreciate you too. Have a wonderful day. Feel free to unmute, y'all.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Love you guys.
Thank you very much.
Bye. Have a good
Enjoy your
weekend.
weekend.
you.
Great night, everybody.
Enjoy your weekend.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you.
Bye-bye.